Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a blessed week. We all got through Christmas okay. I hope you guys did pretty good. I hope you didn't spend too much money. Anyway, I'm glad to move on. I'm glad to move on because listen, don't get your hopes up. 2023 is going to be worse than 2022, and it's going to get worse every year till the Lord returns. That's just the way it is. So get ready. So guys, listen, I wanted to talk to you for just a minute. I did a video about, I don't know, what was it, maybe 10 videos ago, if that, and I called it, Are You a Conspiracy Theorist? Because I'm a conspiracy theorist. I admit it fully. I'm proud to be one. So listen, I had a lot of people want to know a little bit more about that subject. You know, right now, well, first of all, let's go back. The term conspiracy theory, that term was brought about in the early 1960s when John Kennedy was killed. When John Kennedy was killed, I mean, he was one of the most beloved presidents. The whole Kennedy family, they were like America's sweethearts back in the time. And when he got killed, it was a devastating blow to America. And everybody was sitting there watching the news every night. And they were going, you know what? This is pretty fishy. Something's not right about this. I mean, for one person to fire those shots at that distance with that accuracy, there was no way. There had to be more than one gunman. And then when they get to Bethesda, to the Naval Hospital, all of a sudden, this pristine bullet that's absolutely perfect, winds up on a gurney. And that was never supposed to be reported, but a reporter reported it. And then they're trying to say, well, maybe it just fell out of his body. You know, just the whole thing, then when the Warren report came out, the whole thing stunk to high heaven. And the government couldn't have that. The government could not have that. So the CIA, they came up with the term, and it was a very derogatory term. They came up with the term conspiracy theorist. And anybody that questioned the government's official narrative, the Warren report, anybody that questioned the lone gunman, they were instantly called a conspiracy theorist. And what that was saying is you're an absolute nut. Just get with the program. And then all the witnesses start. Lee Harvey Oswald, he gets killed right off the bat. And the whole thing is it was just bizarre. But that's where the term conspiracy theorist came from. The CIA come up with it to shut up every single person that dared question the Kennedy assassination. So anyway, this is not new. People, this is not new. It's been going on since the dawn of time. You know who the biggest conspiracy theorists are in the Bible? Are the Pharisees. The Pharisees, they're the ones that just absolutely try to pin that on everybody. And here's a good example. It's found in Acts 5, verse 27. And he's talking about when the apostles were arrested and brought before the Sanhedrin, before the Pharisees. And when they brought them in and set them before the council, and the high priest questioned them, saying, we strictly charged you not to teach in this name. Yet here you are, you have filled Jerusalem with your teaching, and you intend to bring this man's blood on us. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're trying to make all this up. People, do you know how stupid that is for that high priest to say that? You intend to bring this man's blood on us. We're completely innocent of this whole thing. We didn't do anything. The Romans killed him, not us. They forgot the fact that when they brought him before Pilate, Pilate did everything that he could possibly do to turn Jesus loose. He kept trying to turn him loose, time after time. Until they finally said he was a king. That was the one thing that got Jesus killed, was he said he was a king. Which he was. And then Pilate washed his hands. And Pilate said, I am innocent of this whole thing. His blood, and then they said, his blood be on us and our children. People, listen. The conspiracy theory is nothing new. Anybody that questions the government or the powers that be is a conspiracy theorist. And look at recently. Look at the. Well, let's see. I don't want my video to get taken down. So look at the poke or the jab, right? All social media. I don't care what it was. I got strikes on my channel. I think I got 2 strikes. Almost lost it again because I spoke out and said, hey, this is not right. Don't take this. Don't take this. There's something, this is not right. I'm not taking it. And I mean, you were instantly, if you said anything on Facebook, there was a flag that came up on your post saying, you know, trust the science, this, that, and the other. That's their whole thing, trust the science. You know what? You never trust science. Science is questioning science to make sure that it's true. People, this world is so upside down, it just absolutely cracks me up. And right now, not only are we all, if you question anything about the government, you're a conspiracy theorist, and now you can't even question people. You can't question people. If people are off their rocker, you can't question them. Cancel culture is upon us. Cancel culture. And what cancel culture is if you say that you're a dog, and I say, well, no, you're not. You don't have a tail. Then I have no right to say that. You can say, shut up. You have no right to question me whether I'm a dog or not. If I feel like I'm a dog, I'm a dog. I'm just a tailless dog, but I'm a dog. Cancel culture. We can't question anything that anybody else is doing. Right now, you say anything about anything and you're a racist. I don't care what it is. That's cancel culture. That's the world we live in. People, listen. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness. That's who's behind all this. Satan is the original accuser of accusing people of being a conspiracy theorist. No one questions him. He's the author of the cancel culture. People, all this stuff, all this filth, all this upside down world, all this mingling of words and terms and just everybody being, they've all got confusion, reprobate minds. The demonic host, Satan, all his fallen angels, all the demonic hosts that roam the earth, they are in a frenzy right now because they know their time is short. They are in an absolute frenzy. And what we're to do, regardless, what we're to do is to expose their lies. What is it? First Thessalonians 5:5 says, you're a child of light. You're a child of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. People, it is up to us, no matter what happens to you, you are to point out the lies. You are to shed light on the darkness. People, listen to me. One day, we're going to go to jail for what I'm doing right now. We are going to go to jail. I honestly believe that the great deception that's coming on the earth is going to involve UFOs. And people, they're going to pass a law that says if anybody says one word, if anybody speaks out against these beings that are here, our space brothers, you say one word against them and you will go to prison and you will not see the light of day. No one's going to be able to say anything about these beings. That's what we're coming to. And that's when any Christians that are here at that time, if we're not taken out, I'm going to be the first one to, whenever I see one, I don't care if I see one in the Walmart parking lot, I'm going to tell everybody, listen, That is not an alien from another planet. That is a demon. That is a demon. Or perhaps it's a fallen angel that is, manifested in that form. It is not from another planet. You people are being lied to. People, we've got to be ready to do that. We're children of light. We have to be ready to expose the darkness, even if it's going to cause you to go to prison or if it's going to cause you your life. That's where we're headed. And people, we're headed there very, very quickly. So you need to get ready. We are children of light, children of the day. It is our job to expose darkness. Do not be politically correct. Ever, 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 ever. You know what? I don't wish any gay person any harm at all. I don't wish them any harm whatsoever. They can live their life, do whatever they want to do. I don't care. But if someone asks me my opinion on homosexuality, I'm going to tell them it is an absolute sin. The Bible says for a man to be with a man, a woman to be with a woman, it is an absolute sin. People, do not hide. Expose darkness for what it is, because that's what we're called to do, regardless of the cost. So anyhow, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm proud of it because I will question everything that I don't think's right. Anyhow, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath, it's a done deal.